is Farmstead Living. I'm Karen. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to make peach hand pies. It's the beginning of peach season here at the farm, and it is always peach season around the 4th of July. So every 4th of July, I like to make something special with peaches, with fresh peaches from our farm. So this year, I'm going to make peach hand pies. So let's get started. The first thing you'll want to do is we're going to use 2 cups of unbleached flour. Now, I rarely serve my family organic unbleached white flour. We usually do 100% whole wheat and mainly einkorn, but this is a special occasion and we do that sometimes. 2 cups of flour. We're going to use about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I like to do pie crust with a fork. So put your beef tallow or your lard in the middle, in a little well. Okay, we're going to use hot water, and so we're going to use 2/3 of a cup. So this will melt that beef tallow that's on your measuring cup. And put it right on the hot tallow. And then use your fork and let's mix it up. This is an old-fashioned recipe, and so I like to use my beef tallow. But you can find lard around also. And if you get your own beef processed, you would have your own tallow. We're going to set our dough aside and kind of let the gluten relax. We have our hand pie dough all ready and it's setting aside resting. I always rest it for 20 to 30 minutes. So now I'm going to show you how to make the peach filling. So we picked peaches out in our orchard today, and I process my peaches a little differently than most people. So I just give them a quick rinse in cold water. I know that they're organic because we grew them. Just cut off any place that is unsightly. And I do not peel. I just cut it in half like this. And take the seed out. And I just slice it, just like this. Okay. So we need a whole quart or 4 cups of sliced peaches for this recipe. An important tip to know when you're processing peaches is peaches will turn brown very rapidly. So when I'm processing peaches, I always squeeze a little lemon juice over. I squeeze about half of a lemon over right now and just kind of keep it, keep them coated. And that'll help with your browning. We're going to put these peaches in a saucepan with around 1/3 cup of sugar. Now, if you want them a little sweeter, you can go up to 1/2 cup, but I find about 4 cups of peaches to about 1/3 cup of sugar. So you put it in the saucepan and you simmer it until you get a consistency between peach pie and peach jam. Now, you can use peach jam if you want. It would make this a really, really easy dessert. In that case, you would just buy a jar of peach preserves or peach jam, or you could mix some fresh peaches and stir them with the peach jam. Our hand pie dough has been resting for about 20 minutes, so I'm going to show you how I divide it. So I like to make it into like a little ball, like a flat disc, I guess. And the easiest way I know to divide it evenly is just make sure you've got a little flat disc. And then I take a knife and I half it. And then I half it again. I guess I half it horizontally and then vertically. And then I just start going, half these pieces. Of the 4 of the quarters, then I half it again. And I make it into 8ths. So we're gonna make 8 hand pies. There's 7 of us in our family, and I'm gonna make 1 extra for a cook's treat. So there you have it. That is just a super easy way to divide your dough evenly. We have everything ready now. We're ready to assemble our hand pies. A little tip on the peach filling is it's really better to make it a day or 2 before and let it set in the refrigerator, because you want to make sure that it's not too liquidy. And this looks just about right, because it will really make your hand pies soggy and a mess if your peach filling is not correct. So our dough is all divided, and so now we are ready to roll them out and start assembling. So I like to have a cookie sheet, and I have it lined with the unbleached parchment. So we're going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar, because after we make our hand pies, I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to make them, but we're going to put them on a cookie sheet and we're going to put them in the refrigerator for a few minutes while we are getting our beef tallow ready to fry. Okay, there's a couple of different ways that you can roll your dough out. So you can just roll it into a ball, use a rolling pin, and we're going to use a little flour. You want to roll it out pretty thin. And do the best you can for a circle. Okay, something about like this. Okay, so there's one method. Okay, the other method is, I think years ago I think it's called Papered Chef. I guess it's a little turnover maker, but anyway, it's got little crimped edges and it's about 4 inches wide. You also could just, use a cookie cutter to cut the dough out if you were worried about it being perfect, but hand pies are hand pies. They're supposed to be made homemade and by hand. Cutter on top. So just like that, you can cut it out. Okay, there's one option. Of course, I'm going to reuse the dough. Okay, and a lot of you may have tortilla presses. So they're super easy to use. Let's put our dough here. This is a really sturdy dough, so it's easy, but I make tortillas all the time, and I make sure and either use plastic. I use my parchment so it won't stick, but you just roll it into a ball just like this and press it. Okay, perfectly round. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of the peach filling. And you don't want to get too much, because when you fry them, you'll have a mess. Okay. And just make sure you don't go all the way to the edge when you turn it over. Just about 1/4 of an inch away, and I'll show you why. Because you want to turn the bottom half, I guess, twist it over the top, because you don't want your filling to spill in that hot grease. Okay, and then you would crimp your pie, just like you do a pie crust on the edge. Okay, there you have it. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the tray, sprinkled with sugar, and I'll show you what they look like when I get them all assembled. Look how beautiful our hand pies turned out. Today we're going to fry them in beef tallow, and I'm going to put the hand pies in the refrigerator while I'm getting the beef tallow ready and getting it warm. Maybe 10 or 15 minutes I'm going to chill them. So after we fried them, a sprinkling of sugar will make them extra crunchy and extra special. Look how beautiful our peach hand pies turned out. They smell so good and they're so pretty. I cannot wait to eat one. Remember, you want to eat them warm, or it's best to eat them the same day if possible. I think these are going to be perfect for our 4th of July celebration. We're having hamburgers with sourdough hamburger buns, and these will be perfect for that. I want to show you how to wrap them up. That'll make it really convenient when you're having your gathering for your guests to just pick them up. So you want to just cut a piece of freezer paper, and this is the width of it. And just get a pie and just wrap it up like this. Okay, then flatten it out, and then fold over each end, and you can write which kind of pie it is, or tie it up with some cute string just like this. And you can put them in a beautiful little basket or on some splatterware. That's what we're going to do this year, but anyway, perfect. The beef tallow makes these hand pies extra special, and make sure and go back and look at that video on how to make beef tallow. I hope I've inspired you to make hand pies. They're perfect for 4th of July or any time. Please subscribe to our channel for more on Farmstead Living, and please follow us on social media. From our Texas Hill Country Farmstead, have a blessed day, and we will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.